Come on in, pull up a chair and take a load off because today I'll be taking a first look at the Twilight Struggle Turn Zero expansion, as well as some promo cards and new options that come with this expansion as well. So I'm a huge fan of Twilight Struggle, and I am really looking forward to see what kind of tweaks and changes this new Turn Zero might bring to the table. And we'll take a look right after this. Howdy, gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. So, as I mentioned in the open, I'm going to be taking a look at the new expansion that has just become available for Twilight Struggle. It's called the Turn Zero expansion, although there are a few different optional items that are included in this package. It's not just Turn Zero, there are other things as well, including an optional space race. So, as I mentioned, this is available right now from GMT Games. It does carry an MSRP of $20. So let's swing on over to the other camera and let's get our first look at Turn Zero and the rest of the goodies. Okay, so we've got Twilight Struggle Turn Zero rules, as well as some promo stuff in here. So I'm going to get my hobby knife. We're going to cut this open because we've got some new cards. We've got a crisis card for Turn Zero. Let's see what all of this is. I understand that some of these items were available only through the Kickstarter that was done for the really super deluxe edition of Twilight Struggle. So it's the first time these are going to be made available to folks who did not back that Kickstarter. So let's see what we've got here. Is this just one big card? Looks like it. Find out in a second. So let's take a look at these little rule sheets here. Now, one thing I will point out, I do understand from GMT, they have mentioned that they can't say if you utilize Turn Zero, if this is still going to maintain balance in the game. So I do want to point that out. So it says Turn Zero is a way to freshen up your Twilight Struggle experience. It represents a series of variants on the end of World War II and its aftermath that could have resulted in a substantially different Cold War. Oh, here we go, right here. Warning, due to the large number of new possibilities in the starting setup, game balance is not guaranteed with Turn Zero. Okay, so just telling us about how to get set up for it. We've got an optional space race track. So I know that was one of the promos that we've got. Got card descriptions of some new cards. That looks like we've got some mid-war. We got some late war. Oh, nice. Very cool. Look at that. So well cut, it popped right out. Here's our optional space race. So that is, that's new. Oh, so we get H-bomb, ICBMs, MIRVs, neutron bombs. That's pretty wild. So this is more military than anything else. So that is that. We've got some new counters. Looks like we've got some new areas too for Taiwan and Zaire. Got a new turn marker. That's kind of weird. -2 UK influence, socialist governments, and Suez crisis has no effect. This must be from one of the new cards. So that must be what that is. So we've got that. And then let's take a look here. See if this is a new card. I'm going to zoom in a bit. So I'm going to have to kind of focus this in a little bit again, because if you watch my videos, you already know that I do not use an autofocus camera anymore. I don't use a camcorder. I use an actual, I have a mirrorless and then I have a mirrored camera. So SLRs. Let's see if I can get this without nicking the card itself. I'm trying to see if this is a card or if there are a few cards here, but it almost seems like this is an actual card. No, there are a few cards. There we go. Oh, so I get it. So we're going to have some options as far as the crisis, the turn zero crisis. Because in a standard game of Twilight Struggle, an optional rule is to have the Chinese Civil War. So we've got that card. So it looks like we've got some new ones. So we've got VJ Day, VE Day, Israel, 1945 UK election, Yalta and Potsdam. So I'm taking a guess, and of course I would have to take a look at the rule sheet here, but I'm going to take a guess. You're going to shuffle these up, and then you're going to select one randomly, and that is going to be your turn zero crisis. All right, cool. Interesting. Anything to kind of put a little wrinkle into Twilight Struggle without really, radically changing it is cool with me. I like to check that stuff out. Of course, my best friend Elliot Miller over at voiceofe.com is the person who I usually take on in Twilight Struggle. Although my nephew Cameron has played a little bit and has gotten better. So we've got some new cards here. We've got some new mid-war cards. Non-aligned movement, mid-war here, African countries, Berlin Wall, late war, Stanislav Petrov, play only if DEFCON is 2, set DEFCON to 4 or 5. Kremlin flu, this is early war stuff too. Nice. Kind of interesting how we've got kind of a different look to the cards here. This is, I believe this is the style of the deluxe, the super deluxe Twilight Struggle. Because I know my cards don't look like this. There isn't that bit of gradient to the stars. But all that matters is the backs still look the same. That's all that's going to matter here. So we've got First Lightning, another early war. That's a Soviet card. Who Lost China? Don't wait for the translation. Andropov, Khrushchev, Molotov, Beria. So these are special cards. KGB dummy card. Some of these like spies? Almost seem, well, no, Atchison wasn't a spy. There's Marshall. Dulles. There's your dummy card. Ah, we got a new early war Europe scoring. And then we got another early war nationalist China. All right, cool. So we've got some new cards. These were all, I believe these were promos. Here's these are turn zero cards. Okay. That's what those are. So those are Soviet. These are the US. That's Mother's here. So these are additional optional cards. We've got the US and Soviet cards for zero turn. We've got the optional variable crises for turn zero as well. Got card descriptions. I always love the card descriptions in historical games that GMT does. Got just one page, really, of the turn zero rules. And then we've also got the optional space race track and some counters and some new country tiles. And that's what we find when we take a look at everything from the turn zero optional pack from GMT Games. So there's our first look at the turn zero expansion for Twilight Struggle from GMT Games. I will actually share a review of this in the very near future. In fact, I'm going to bust these out next time we play Twilight Struggle, which should be probably in the next week or so, because we do play quite often. All right, as I mentioned, this is available right now. It does carry an MSRP of $20. If you're interested in the turn zero, I should say, expansion for Twilight Struggle, grab it while you can. I got a feeling there are probably not tons of these out there. So get it while you can, because you don't want to have to sit there and pay the exorbitant prices on the secondary market when this sells out. So that's it for this time out. Don't miss me live Mondays through Fridays right here on YouTube as I bring you the latest tabletop gaming news with the Daily Dope. Mondays through Fridays at 7 p.m. Central. And of course, if you like this video, please give it a quick thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. If you do, don't forget, ring that little bell, because not only will it notify you when I actually upload a new video such as this, it'll also tell you when my live stream goes live. How about that? And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. And now you know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. And until next time, happy trails. Zoobity-bity-bity-boo-boo. Zoobity-bity-bity-boo. Zabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-bum. Zibbit. Whoa, hey. I didn't realize that you were still here. Well, if that's the case, then allow me to share the following information with you that I only have 20 seconds to do. So let's all take a deep breath. So if you would like to subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel, please click right here. If you want to check out the latest episode of the Daily Dope, click right here. And if you'd like to check out a randomly selected standalone video, by all means, click right here. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and thanks for watching.